It's going down. Oh my goodness! Every time we go live, you always got to be extra with that, don't you,
What
Mister?
is going
Say
on?
his name and he appears.
Happy Tuesday, WTP. Happy Tuesday, T2X Killer. Mr. Jimmy Willis.
Wait, this isn't Thursday.
It is not Thursday. It is a special week.
Are you
We're
sure?
doing it Tuesday live.
What Tuesday? Who? Who? Who?
That's right. It's going up on a Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to WTP. Or actually, welcome to Soto 609 versus WTP plus our good friend, Jimmy Willis.
The man of many words. If you let him, he'll talk. If you let him, he'll talk your ear off like crazy, bro. Like you won't get him to be quiet. Don't get him started. Don't get him started. He's going down. It's going down. But what's up, guys? How y'all doing today on this fine Tuesday evening?
Doing pretty good. I know you guys just finished off NXT, so I know you have a lot to say
Whoop
tonight.
whoop. NXT. Jimmy's so excited about it. Can't you tell? Oh yeah. Let's get it. So what we got in store for them, Soto and Jimmy? What we gonna be talking about today? Are we talking wrestling?
All the time, 24/7, 365.
7-Eleven? Oh
We got a
man.
lot to talk about. We had a good, I would say we had a really good SmackDown this past Friday. We had a pretty good Raw, and then I'm sure you guys can speak on NXT tonight. I only saw the main event with Joe Hendry.
Oh, we know you saw Joe Hendry. Soto loves himself some Joe Hendry. Not gonna lie to you guys. If you could be Joe Hendry for Halloween, you
Is
could
it
probably
because of
pull
the
it off.
hair?
The Hispanic Joe Hendry. Just get the shirt, man. If you got the shirt and the pants, man, I would love it. We're still waiting
I'm
for
still
Jimmy though.
waiting. I'm still waiting for the Cowboy and Jimmy. We're almost at 2K for Jimmy
I know
Willis,
we're gonna have to do
and
a.
I have yet to see the cowboy hat with the wife beater.
He's gonna have to get
And
a. He's gonna have to get a horse or something when he does the 2K.
I was promised something at 1K. We hit 1K and I didn't see it yet. What's going on, Jimmy?
Yeah. What's up with that? What's up with that?
I think we should see it tonight. What do you think, George?
Nah, man. We need the stash. We can't do it without the stash.
He keeps shaving it off. You gotta
Oh
grow it in,
yeah, you
man.
do. You
Yeah,
promised us the stash and everything. A
I'm
literal
waiting.
stash, not a glued on one. A literal stash.
I want my money back.
we're gonna find the real Jimmy Wayne gang to get him to convince you to do it.
I'm gonna look him up this week.
That's our homework, to find the real Jimmy Wayne gang to get Jimmy Willis to do that. We were promised, now being let down.
I found him.
That was fast.
Oh, he's on Instagram. We
He's
should
on
just
Insta.
message him.
He's on Instagram. Nice. Noise.
Well, I'll message him. We'll see if we can get him on here.
Let's do it.
That'd be the day.
I think I've seen him post, but I think from other people's. Or he might be going by his real name. All my notifications are going off.
Jimmy, are you clicking?
I'm not clicking.
I just
Oh,
hear the clicking a lot. That's why I ask.
it's not good enough. You should be
All
ashamed
right.
of yourself.
Let's jump into SmackDown, guys. This past Friday night on SmackDown, we saw Roman Reigns take his Ula Fala back
For a brief moment.
for a moment. Let's talk about it. We had a good SmackDown. Let me pull up the rewind real quick.
Pretty much, I mean, that was actually something the Bloodline needed. And of course, for WWE to write him off for a little bit, because we know why they're doing that. for obvious reasons. Soto. You want to fill them in on why?
Do we talk about it now, or do we talk about it at the end when we talk about Roman
We can
Reigns?
talk about it then if you want. It's up to you, man. This is
Yeah,
SmackDown's your thing. You know, that's why red and blue.
for sure. All right, so we kicked off SmackDown with Michin taking down Queen Nia Jax, attacking her from her celebratory, uh, not only Queen of the Ring, but she's now the WWE Women's Champion. What did you guys think of that? Michin came in and messed up the party.
She messed up the party, but I think we all won in the end. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Mi Chin going for the title. Uh, she really hasn't done much to get a title shot, in my opinion. She's been killing it and doing her thing in NXT for the past few months, but hasn't really done nothing really relevant to get a title shot on the main roster. I mean, is it overdue for her to have one? A little bit. Did I think I needed to see her in the title picture? I don't know. I mean, what's your thoughts, Jimmy? Oh,
Man of many words.
the man of
I
many
said man of
words.
many words.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Let him
Go
talk.
ahead, Jimmy.
Let the
Go
man
off.
talk. Let him talk. Preach, brother. Preach. Give her a push in NXT. I can agree with that. Make her appear like a legit badass. Like she can take the hits and dish it out as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
Well,
also to talk more about what he said about the NXT thing, it would be cool to see what they would do with her if she won the NXT title for a few months. Hold it, see how much she defends it and everything, and see if she does that title proud, kind of like a Roxanne Perez. I'm just kidding, but we'll talk more about Roxanne later. But yeah, it would be dope, like Jimmy said, see her do something there before she goes to face Nia Jax, which at this moment I think is gonna be a squash match.
I can see that for sure. Next up, we had Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade, where Carmelo Hayes finally picked up a victory over Andrade. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Uh, Before we continue, I think Jimmy needs to raise his volume up a little bit more. They're saying they can't hear you. Yeah, I can hear you better that way.
So going back to him, what are our thoughts?
Okay. To Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade, huh? That what we're talking about? I mean, I thought that match was pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Carmelo won that match, right? He had to cheat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
cheat.
Okay.
Finally got the W though.
He finally got the dub. They're 1-2 now. 2-1.
I
Or
thought it
two
was
and
one and
two.
one, but you might be right. It could be 2-1.
I think they're tied. I don't know. Cause I know old girls when he was Jade and Bianca, he was talking to them backstage before the matchup, and I think they said, "Ain't he like 2 wins on you, bro?" Because I think he was
Yep.
trying to invite them to the after party, and my beautiful queens, they denied him.
Mm.
Well, next up we had Naomi, the hometown favorite, versus Blair Davenport, where shockingly Blair Davenport took the victory over the hometown favorite.
Not a shocker. I think WWE has moved away from the whole. Let's give the hometown hero a
Hometown.
chance to win, which I like. I think it doesn't matter where you're at. I think If it makes sense for the story, have her lose. If it makes sense for her to win, let her win. But not just because they're in the hometown.
Well, they've been doing a lot lately, and it's not just recently because
Yeah.
I know when they would come to San Diego, Rey Mysterio would lose quite a bit over here.
Well, I mean, it makes
Um,
sense for him
Or
to
you can
lose
ask Drew
though.
McIntyre.
Oh
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Drew
that's
McIntyre,
Drew. He's always lose.
yeah.
But
Um, yeah, it was
what did you
not too
think
bad of
about
a
that
match though.
matchup?
I was
That
surprised, to
wasn't
be
too bad.
honest. I was surprised, especially where she took literally the breath out of Naomi, and she got the W. So I was very surprised that Blair got the win. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. Next up, we had Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller. That one I feel like was a given. I feel like we could all predict the outcome of that match. The
Oh
winner
yeah,
was Kevin Owens.
it was a
Mm-hmm.
given mostly because where Kevin's heading. Title shot, Cody Rhodes. Can't have him lose right now. I mean, we know he's gonna lose when he gets that title shot, but they got to make him look like he has a chance, especially
Well,
guys
speaking
against
of
like Waller. You know,
Well,
speaking of Cody Rhodes, we had
well,
Cody Rhodes come out and help
what's up, Jimmy?
Kevin Owens during that segment.
My boy Jimmy got something to say.
I was going to say before that, it looked like we were going about to get the old KO. He's going to do a powerbomb on the ring apron.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I didn't get to see the whole matchup, so you have to fill me in on that part. I was actually in my vehicle driving home.
It's all good.
Walking really fast. Walking. He's walking really
I was
fast.
walking really
Yeah.
fast home.
Yeah,
You can
TikTok.
talk. If it was in the past tense, it's okay.
It was past.
Um, well, we have a confirmed match for this coming Friday Night SmackDown. We actually have two. Um, the first one is LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. So we were able to get a promo from both Santos Escobar and LA Knight that night. One through a video form, and the other one with LA Knight coming out into the crowd. What are our thoughts on that upcoming match coming this Friday on SmackDown?
Hmm. Hmm. Which matchup? One more time. You broke out for me.
Yeah, it was LA Knight versus Santos Escobar coming up this Friday on SmackDown.
That matchup right there. If they actually let Andrade do his thing, like actually legit let him do his thing against LA Knight and not just have it one sided, it would be I'm gonna say like a 9 out of 10 match. It would be up there, as far as skills because both guys are veterans in the ring. We know LA Knight can give us a good match up against anybody, and Andrade, if his skills ain't being hindered, then he can also put on great matches. We've seen it lots of times already in WWE where he gets teamed like paired with the guy that's right for his skill level, and he just steals the show almost. Someone in the comments is saying last week was the worst SmackDown ever. Like how not help Roman? Like we'll get to that later.
No,
We'll
that
get
was
there. We'll
good.
get
That was
there.
good storyline. That was good storyline. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that last, like here in a little bit, because we're gonna get towards the end of SmackDown and talk about it, right?
Well, if he can step away from the speed title,
That's another thing. Like I don't think he needs a speed title. Andrade needs to be going for the U.S. titles, IC
Mm-hmm.
titles.
But I thought we were
Like I
talking
don't
about
even.
Santos.
Does anybody watch Speed on here? Like any of you two guys?
No,
No.
Like I don't even know what it's for. I don't get it.
I thought we were talking about Santos Escobar. How do we go
I'm,
back
I'm
on the
talking
He
other?
about
said he
Andrade.
said Andrade, so I was commenting on Andre.
I thought you said
Oh
Andrade.
no, it's Santos
Well,
Escobar
either way,
versus.
Escobar's gonna give us some good matches too. I'm over talking about the
Damn,
wrong
man,
guy. You didn't stop me
dude,
at all, dude.
I didn't. I
You
thought
just
you were
let
talking
me
about
keep
Dang.
Santos.
talking.
But even Jimmy thought the same thing.
Well, either way, Escobar's gonna give us good matches too, because he's a great
Damn.
athlete. Either way, Andrade, Escobar, whoever.
I got LA Knight winning that one, but
Oh yeah.
honestly, Legato could
After the match,
jump in
though.
and
Yeah.
cost the match.
Oh yeah,
That,
for
I
that's what I
sure.
was
wish
about to say.
I wish the mid card titles would switch a little bit faster. Because I just want to see the strap on so many people.
Well, I think the U.S. title needs to stay on one guy for a little bit. No, like a guy that's actually on TV that's gonna be there. Because the last few times have not been the greatest champions. You just don't like
Yeah,
LA Knight.
LA Knight hasn't been a great champion.
Lame Knight
He barely won it. What are you talking about?
Hasn't been a great champion.
has been a great champion. Hasn't
That's
defended
what
it.
that's what people said after WrestleMania when Cody won.
Oh, yeah, like 5 days after he won, like, oh, he's not a good champion. Freaking douchebags.
um, so the final match of the night for SmackDown this past week was a number one contenders match between DIY and the Street Profits. Surprisingly, DIY lost, and we had the Street Profits come up, where we will see this coming Friday with the Bloodline versus the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championships. First off, let's talk about that loss for DIY, and then secondly, we'll go into the Bloodline match this coming Friday.
Shockingly, I did not see them losing. Like, that was one that I was surprised about. I thought DIY was going to win that for sure, you know? But I guess they have other plans. They're going to give it to, Street Profits to, go into that matchup. But can't be mad about it because it was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, had me shook for a little bit, like, oh, could go either way.
Either way.
And, that's another thing. Also, with Bobby Lashley losing, I think they're trying to, push Street Profits again on their own with BFAB. Because they got to. Like, they had them with Bobby, then now he's gone. And now they got to make names for themselves again without Bobby around. Thank you, Jordy Bones.
Cool. Well, what everybody's been waiting for, what everybody wants to talk about, the to end off SmackDown, we had Roman Reigns finally come out and not only go toe to toe with Solo Sikoa, it was head of the table versus the Tribal Chief. They finally threw down.
Say, bro,
We saw
two
Roman
new Tribal
Reigns.
Chief.
We saw Roman Reigns get the Ula Fala back just for a moment, enough for us to all cheer and clap. And then Jacob Fatu from out of nowhere with the one good foot came out and destroyed Roman Reigns. Enough for them to powerbomb Roman Reigns through the announce table and drag him back into the ring just to throw the ones up and for Solo Sikoa to get the Ula Fala back around his neck as the Tribal Chief. What are our thoughts?
Let's be real here.
But
Jacob was going to come out either way. But Jimmy has
Mhm.
something to say.
Go ahead. I ain't interrupting you. Go ahead.
Nah. Jimmy. Tell me what's on your mind, bro.
Well, we all seen eventually Jacob was gonna come out, but if you looked at it very carefully, I kind of saw a little Umaga in there.
From who? Who?
I mean, obviously Jacob.
Okay. Because a lot of guys are trying to be like like Umaga in there. We got obviously Tomatonga throwing shades in there, also of Haku, and then you got Soto. I always say Solo. Damn it, Soto, change your name. Solo Sokoa, obviously throwing traits of Umaga in there as well with the tape and the way he wears his gear. And then Jacob, of course. They're all trying to throw shades of the Savage Umaga.
With the one good foot.
With the one good foot. Good foot. Little Umaga still coming, says Jordy.
Dude, Jacob
Zilla's
puts it
not ready
down.
yet.
Jacob puts it down. That's all I gotta say.
And
I hope he gets a time with the Ula Fala.
You know what's funny though? I'm gonna speak on something I saw the other day. I believe it was on one of the news outlets, wrestling news outlets. Dave Meltzer had actually put out an article about the whole Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu situation, of how they were trying to keep them away, and he was like, "Oh, They had him fake the injury at SummerSlam so that way they don't interact for a long time, and we won't expect to see them interact anytime soon, which is why Jacob hasn't been around. And we know how a lot of people feel about Dave Meltzer. Let's be real. I mean, I don't really care for the guy. But when I saw that, I was like, huh, that kind of backfired. Because literally, like the next day or the same day he put that out, Jacob Fatu is whooping up on Roman Reigns' ass. Like he just thumb around, power bomb. Did he do the splash too, right? Yeah. Which was kind of what the blood, like I said, the bloodline needed that. The new bloodline, the bloodline 2.0, whatever you want to call them. And it was kind of smart on WWE's part to save Roman for September 13th. Write him off. And I guess we'll be seeing more guys show up. Maybe, possibly. Don't quote me on that because we already know everyone's asking, where's Jimmy? He's right there, though, if you want to know.
Did WTP say September 13th?
I think I did. Did I, Jimmy?
Pretty sure. Did
Sep-
he say September
Did I?
13th, Soto?
Huh?
September 13th?
I think I did.
You know what else is going down September 13th, right?
I think so. You won't be here.
I won't be here, but I will be in Seattle, where SmackDown will also be for Friday the 13th. It will be on the USA Network for the first time in a long time, officially moving over, where we get the Tribal Chief returning to Friday Night SmackDown. We're not going to see the Tribal Chief for 3 weeks. What do you guys think about that?
I'm cool.
Right. Put it to you this way: if everyone can deal with it for 5 months, you can deal with it for 3 weeks.
Oh, good. Trust me. Every time we all go live and when we go live, all we're gonna hear for the next few weeks. Where's Roman? When's Roman coming back? Is he coming back anytime soon?
Friday the 13th. We
Literally,
got at least got a date.
they are literally advertising this man for September 13th. Look it up. It's all over social media. Even
Mm-hmm.
So,
Soto, who's bought his ticket, has confirmed that they're promoting him for September 13th.
yep. So I will be there. I will be live for SmackDown. It's my first SmackDown in a while. It's been a couple years, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean you're in for a show because when I went back in March, it
Yeah.
was dope. I had fun. Like SmackDown is one of those things. Like obviously, like Raw, they have dark matches. They have stuff in the breaks and everything. And if you're gonna see Roman there, you're gonna be like, wow, okay. The entrance is
I mean,
dope in person.
I've seen him plenty of times, but now he's got a new entrance, so I get to be there for the new entrance.
Oh yeah, that entrance
Um,
is fire. And I was there when The Rock had his new entrance.
that's true. Very true. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for SmackDown. Hopefully, we get some other appearances by then. Maybe a certain, maybe a certain Uso may show up. Who
Or
knows?
a certain wise man.
Or a certain wise man. Who knows?
Maybe
Or
maybe a new
or
maybe a new member.
or
Or maybe a certain
final boss.
no, that's not
Oh,
where I was going with.
you never know though. The Rock does like to make appearances on big nights like that.
That's a big night.
That is a huge night for WWE. They're gonna need all the ratings they can get, and
Oh my god.
just imagine that music hits. Like, man, I think people would lose their minds. I know Jimmy will. He'll be
Yep.
screaming his lungs out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
totally.
catch Jimmy in his lives screaming his head off all the time.
Every day, every
That's
day.
why he loses his voice from time to time.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why he's like, yep, sure, yeah, okay. No, I do not think Dean Ambrose is coming back anytime soon, Jesse. Just answering that comment in the section over there. Dean is locked in for a good amount of time in AEW, and there's really no reason for him to come back at this moment. I'm with Jimmy, says Jordan. Or Jordy, my bad. He's a man of few words, can't you tell?
Oh,
Yeah. So, Soto, will you be going live before the show on September 13th?
I'll probably be going live at the show, to be honest. Not
At the
before, but at the show.
You're not gonna give us a
Um,
glimpse of how the you walking in and all that, and everything.
Yeah.
I might record myself. I might do a post afterwards, but I've been doing my after show recaps, which I'll continue to do. Even at the event, I'll end up doing an after show one. Maybe I'll do it at the show. Just do a quick rundown while I'm at the show with the ring behind me. I think that'd be a cool one.
What's this? You speaking of recaps? If you didn't know, after the
What?
Yeah,
shows end, Soto does go live and gives everyone a recap. Because everyone knows
I do a full recap.
WTP does not enjoy doing the recaps during the show because there's way too many people asking for one. So if you want a recap, head over to Soto after the shows and he'll give you one.
Yeah, I do the
Mm-hmm.
recap for a good amount of time 15, 20, 30 minutes sometimes. And then I post it. I try and do my recaps under 2 minutes. That's the goal. Under 2 minutes to give you all of the show
Unless you're watching
for
live,
SmackDown,
it's
Raw,
like
and
20 minutes.
PLEs.
If you're watching
Yeah,
them live, it's
well,
like 10 takes, 20 minutes.
21.
21 because he has to end the live and start the live. I'm
that's
just
okay.
messing with you, bro. It's actually pretty entertaining. I actually sit there and watch sometimes. I
Yeah,
do watch my co-hosts' lives. If y'all are wondering, I'm not a jerk. I don't just call them co-hosts and not watch their lives, especially on Friday nights when I'm not live. But they are.
J- Jimmy's not live sometimes either.
You know,
Which I told WTP.
there was that one week none of us were live at all.
Yeah.
For a Friday night. We're like, no,
I had reasons, and I'm not saying.
my
That
man,
was the loudest I've ever heard Jimmy talk.
my man.
I don't even know if that's PG.
I think George ended up going live that night. The night that we were all not gonna go live. I think George
Did
ended
I?
up going live or something. I don't remember.
I think I went live after,
Maybe.
unless I managed to get off work. I can't remember. But it's all good. It's all good. So Jimmy,
So let's hop in.
we're going to
Go ahead.
Raw. We're talking about Raw
Yeah.
now, right?
Right?
Yeah, Raw is you, and then I'd say NXT is Jimmy.
We both watched. We all three watched Raw. We can all
Yeah,
take
of
turns.
course.
My
We all
live
take
was actually
turns.
glitchy, so I didn't really catch the first hour. If anybody wants to break that down,
Oh.
Well, if you want,
What?
go ahead.
You want soda? You want me to get it?
Go ahead.
Jimmy, we got Jimmy doing this now.
All right. This big stuff for me, man. Whoo! See if I can do
Take
it.
over the show. I'm gonna be
Let's
quiet.
take it home. Take it home. All right. So we had Mr. RKO, Randy Orton, open up the show. He had a promo. Sure enough, lo and behold, we had Mr. Ludwig Kaiser come out, followed by the ring general Gunda. I can't say it like him,
Gunda.
but yeah.
Wasn't me? Or was Kaiser actually looking more ripped? He lost a lot of fat. I mean, he has to lose. Some
Or
fat to
as
keep up with
someone
Tiffany.
would say, they liked him as a donut.
He
That's
likes
all
him
I'm
as a
saying.
donor. But I actually liked the opening segment. I did catch that. Promos were good. Obviously, Gunther had some stuff to say. Lots of stuff to say. What did you think about it, Soto?
Honestly, I like how they set up the main event for the night. So from right off the bat, we were able to get Ludwig versus Randy Orton. So I like that. I like how they teased the RKO coming up. Which, if you guys saw the clips from after the show, when the show cut off, Randy was able to hit the RKO on Gunther one more time, but the cameras weren't rolling. They're always missing the good parts.
That's why I'm ready for Netflix.
Me too. I have one thing to
We'll have to
add.
deal with this.
Was it last Friday where we got a certain vignette of a certain member from Imperium?
Mr. Worldwide himself,
Mr.
Giovanni
Vinci?
Vinci.
They teased him, didn't they? Do you think something may come?
It was on SmackDown, I believe. It might have been Raw. One or two, I can't remember.
No,
Pretty sure it's SmackDown. Yeah,
I remember because
I like that they're splitting them up.
they were calling him Mr. Worldwide,
Mr. Worldwide,
Mr. 305.
About to bring in
305,
Pitbull.
little G, little G.
I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty dope of a vignette. We didn't talk about it during SmackDown, But we brought up Kaiser and Gunther just now, and I'm like, oh wait, we had a vignette last Friday on somebody that's no longer in the group. Well, technically, the group doesn't exist anymore anyway. So,
See, this is where I'm like, when he does come back, is he going to go after them and then do his thing, or just do his thing when he starts out back?
he would need to come after Kaiser.
Yeah, I say he does his own thing. Split the whole thing up. They obviously took
But
him
he
off
still
TV
needs
for a reason.
revenge, though.
He'll get it later. Later. I don't need it now.
Either way, I'm cool. Eventually, like even like in a Royal Rumble setting where they're just happen to be in the same ring, same time, then they just kind of stare down and just beat the crap out of each other, and then they start a feud from there. Like, hey, I didn't forget, bro. I ain't forgot.
Yeah.
You actually did me a favor though, because if they push him into a different path, then it's gonna be good. But then right after the Gunther and Randy promo, what do we get, Jimmy?
We had a match. It was a banger of a match. It was Sheamus taking on Pete Dunne.
Bangers or burgers?
Burger after burger, banger after banger,
I ain't
banger
gonna
after
lie.
burger, or burger after banger.
I ain't gonna lie. They actually did put on a banger of a match. Was good. Was physical. Anytime Sheamus gets in there with the guys that like to get physical as well, it's gonna be a good one. Pete Dunne,
Mm.
whatever you want to call him, Butch, whatever, did good. He's been stepping up his game in a big way as a singles competitor, especially after his partner got injured.
That was a really good match.
Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to say something over there.
Yeah, I didn't know if Soda was.
He's
I think
muted.
he's on mute. We can talk. Anyway, Sheamus won that match by a burrow kick.
As he should. I mean, probably could have gave Pete a little bit of
Still
push,
waiting for Pete Dunne to do a promo on Sheamus. That's the one I'm ready for.
Oh. Man, Jordy said something in the comments we'll comment on later. But, yeah, can't wait to see what they do with Pete. What was after that, Jimmy?
Well, does Soto have anything for Sheamus versus Pete before the next thing?
No, I'm good.
Our next was a promo from the dog himself, Braun Breaker, talking about his NXT, or not NXT, his IC title with the IC title tournament going on next week on Raw.
Man, it's crazy that they're going to sacrifice somebody like that.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be Jay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I still don't think he would win. I still think Braun Breaker would win.
I honestly agree with Soto on that one. Hopefully, that's not the direction they go in with with Jay. Hopefully, they give us something else, someone different, going for titles.
Hard to say on that one.
But they haven't started those matches yet, have they? That's next week, you said.
Yep, Monday.
Okay, so we already know it's Jay. Who else?
Braun Strowman.
Bronson Reed, I'm assuming.
No, didn't say.
We're gonna get into that in a minute. We're not gonna talk.
Yeah, that's like 2 after the next one.
And we'll be talking.
They
about
are
that
Jordan. They are. We're going to talk about that soon.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Braun Breaker versus one of those big guys would be a good match, in my opinion.
I'm ready for the teaser they teased us with. Big Bad. We'll talk about that in a few.
But that's later on, right?
That's later on.
Towards the end, almost.
Yeah.
But then we get the Whites, or no? We were supposed to get Max.
Well, we're not up there. We're still on Braun Breaker. But if you want to skip to the next part, we can.
I'm just saying, like, I thought we were done with Braun because.
Did you talk about Braun Strowman? Yeah, you did. I just heard you.
That's later.
But if you want to get into it, let's get into it. Our next thing after Braun Breaker promo was a match between Maxine Dupree and Ivy. Now it ended in a no contest because of the White Six. Before we get into the whole White Six stuff, what are your thoughts on the opening match with Maxine Dupree? She had a very good offensive. Been looking like she has been working on her wrestling.
Oh, definitely. She's come a long way since she first started on the main roster when she was just what, a valet or manager, however you want to put it these days.
Uh, the Maximum Male models.
Maximum. They
I
were
would
in
say
AEW the other night.
Chad Gable helped train her up very nicely.
Oh yeah, she's definitely been working on it, and
Because
I
when
caught
she
that.
first. Go
I don't even know if that's PG.
I caught that, Soto. But anyways, yeah, Jimmy was about to say something. My bad, Jimmy.
No, you're good. I didn't want to cut you off. But yeah, when she first started, when she got onto the outside, she's building it. I was like, whoa, where's this Maxine been?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, it's crazy how in the beginning people were like booing her, laughing at her, and after what last night, it's like, wow, where's this been? Like, she's becoming
Mm-hmm.
like a total package almost. She got the look, got the skills. Probably needs to work on the mic skills a little bit more, and she'll be
Well,
a complete
Mike
vet.
and still wrestling, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't wait to see what she does in the future. Like, she's still very young and still learning a lot, and she's paired up with a really good guy in Otis. Obviously working with Chad Gable still. I was about to read the name that someone put in the comments,
Don't forget Akira Tozawa.
and the power of Tazawa, of course. But then, of course, like Soto said, and yourself, the match ended abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Because lo and behold, Ivy now was standing alone in the ring. Sure enough, White Six music hits. We see good old Nikki Cross come out, and then Chad Gable and the rest of American Made came out to defend her. Lo and behold, the rest of White Six showed up,
How did
including A Monstrous, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy.
now?
Been
How did we feel about Nikki Cross getting physical finally?
waiting on it.
We're
It
finally
was
starting to see
too
it.
quick.
It was too quick.
Blaze, we'll
Like,
talk about that later.
oh, so yeah. I mean, why do you think it was too quick? Like, too quick of a segment, or too quick for her to get in there?
Too quick for her to get in there. She got a few punches in and then went took her out. It was just too quick. I don't know.
So of a segment, you mean? The segment was too quick
Yeah,
for
I mean
her.
with Nikki,
Yeah.
they obviously showcased the men a lot more.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to save Nikki as more of a special moment kind of thing, or more of a big match environment, which I think we'll see a
Maybe with a certain person coming back soon.
oh, maybe, or they're waiting to do a 4-on-4, maybe a war games kind of environment. I don't know, but
We'll
I
we'll
don't know if
see if they set up for.
I don't know if I can handle that long of a feud with Creed Brothers and Y6. Would make sense though.
It's happened though,
It's happened,
because you got to remember it's storytelling.
and some people in the comments saying about time she got involved. I can agree with that. But because of that whole thing, what did they set up for next week, Jimmy?
We have a, I don't know what you call it, a re-debut, I guess. What do you want to call it? Of Uncle Howdy versus Chatty Daddy Chad Gable.
Now, do you think they do what they did with the other members of Y6? They come out as themselves, remove the mask? Or does Bo wrestle with the mask? Because we've already seen his face.
Yeah.
And I would just take off the mask. What do you think, Soto?
I like it both ways.
I don't know, man. Either one.
Either one? Let's see. Someone said no mask. I mean, I don't know. I could go for either word. That'd be dope, but I think they should remove the mask, not play the whole mystical gimmicks in the ring anymore. I think some people felt like with Bray it was kind of a hit and miss when he was defeating and they had the lights off and all the crazy lighting and stuff. People in the in the stands couldn't really see. So I think they should do no mask. But it is what it is. But I'm actually excited for this. We're finally going to get to see Bo Dallas wrestle. It's been a while, honestly. In a
Or
WWE
Taylor, or Uncle
Taylor.
Howdy.
Bo
I
Dallas,
would,
Taylor, Uncle.
I'm surprised they didn't save the match for Bad Blood.
That would have been cool. Maybe they do. Maybe when next week happens, it ends abruptly like it did this week. It's Y6, Creed Brothers, everyone jumps in the rings and the match ends and they try it, a few more times, but they wait until Bad Blood to have the actual matchup. Because I think it'd be too soon to try to book them for, Bash in Berlin or last minute. Not too soon.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened after? What was the next segment, my guy?
After that, we had a Mr. CM Punk promo come to the ring.
This promo was decent. Both promos were decent. How do you feel about these guys being tied together? Because didn't they announce a strap match?
CM Punk was asking management for a strap match. And sure enough, lo and behold, Drew McIntyre comes out. He says he accepts. So now we have a strap match. It has been a little while since we have seen a strap match in WWE. Thoughts on a strap match? What's it say? I can't say.
What's that say? The top.
Go down and said that. Little down.
No. It's just for my video. Don't worry about what it says. I'm just showing the picture.
Oh. That was like a meme or something.
Yeah, no, I thought that was like a meme.
Nah, it's like, not a
what's
meme.
The joke.
Like when she says, "Come over and bring something with you." I don't know, one of those things. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna look this up, make for sure. Go ahead, keep going.
The strap match. Yeah, I think they are going to be tied together. Neither one can run this time, and for sure, if it's a strap match, it's no DQ. So I think Drew's really going to be utilizing that strap, and Punk is as well. But I don't know if that's smart on Punk's part because Drew's obviously stronger and can pull him around and drag him if he wanted to. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, is that what we're doing now, Soda? We're just going to bring out belts?
No, you were talking about straps, so I figured I'd take out the strap and talk about the raffle that's going on, the giveaway on my page. Link is in bio.
I got a belt like Mike. Oh, yeah. But what did you say?
What?
About that belt?
What? Saying that George is not going to win this belt, but if you want to win this belt, the link is in bio. The belt giveaway link is in my bio, Soto619. If you want to go ahead and join, there are still spots available for the WWF Attitude Era title.
Shockingly, for the price that he's doing it for, is very, very low.
So as of right now, the last strap match was back in 2022. It was Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross at Extreme Rules. That was the last one we've seen.
No one remembers because it was whack.
It was Drew McIntyre that won it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, but Karrion Kross. Right?
So he has an advantage going into this match.
He knows what to expect.
Yeah, but CM Punk has been a part of a strap match as well.
Yeah, he's been in a few, and I think he was in one in AEW as well against MJF, if I remember correctly. Really good match. Y'all should go look it up. But, can't wait to see that for sure. It's going to be a bang of a match.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on to the next one. We had the.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, we had. I mean, I have the video playing here. We had a what is it, 3-on-3 tag, so a 6-man tag between the New Day and Odyssey Jones versus the Final Testament, where we saw Odyssey Jones lay it down and take the W for the New Day.
So let's talk about the obvious. No one really cares about New Testament.
Yeah, no one cares about the APA.
Hold on. I would say that Brian Clark, Adam Bomb, cares about the Final Testament.
He does, but other fans are like, really? They just kind of dropped the ball with these guys completely. But I obviously think everyone cares more about the obvious in the room with Mr. Xavier Woods.
The elephant in the room, so to speak.
Elephant in the room. Who?
Woo!
Who? I think it's gonna happen anytime soon now, any day now. He's gonna turn because he throw his suspicions in the locker room about we're replacing Big E or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I don't think it should happen though. I don't
It-
think it
it-
should.
It I want it to happen. It needs to happen.
The heel turn?
No,
Is that what we're talking
Yes.
doesn't
about?
need to happen.
It
Why
does.
not? Why not, Soto?
They
Explain.
can be that. Name one faction, one that has never, ever, ever broken up.
That's never broken up.
Nope. From the top of your head, no looking it up. Name one faction
That hasn't broken up.
that has never broken up, even if they've gotten back together. Just name one faction that has not broken up.
Oh,
And if it's
man.
taking you this long, it's because there hasn't been.
I mean,
And
I
so
really
we
don't care.
need
I don't
we
really
need
care
a faction that stays together forever, and they are true brothers to the end.
Oh, we're talking about like
Because I've seen them
that
all break up.
never- I've never done it, or like on and off kind of thing. Does that count?
Yeah,
Or
that's
they
good.
technically.
Yeah, you can't do on off. He literally
Nah.
said you can't do that. He
Oh.
said all together, stay together.
All together, stay together. Exactly.
Man.
These guys have done that. They've done something different. Why break them up? Just like everybody else. I don't want that.
Technically speaking, Big E's not there, so they've already broken up.
They're not broken up. Big E still comes around.
But technically, they're broken.
We got
up
Elite
on
Gamer
screen.
Joey in here. What's going on, Elite Gamer Joey?
What's up, my guy?
There's Elite Gamer Joey. Try to get him to follow me so many times.
Soto, don't even start.
Follow Elite Gamer. Follow Soto, please. He has not let that down.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not saying nothing. But, you know,
Man. Don't know
He was in
what
my
he-
live the other day, and
He still didn't follow you.
no comment though. No
But
comment.
anyways, like I ain't gonna lie. I think New Day's ran its course. It won't be the same without Big E. If they try to replace him, it's not gonna work. So I think they should just let Woods turn and move on.
In case you didn't see, when Kofi was going for the tag, he tagged in Odyssey, and even Xavier was like,
Bruh. What's up with that? But obviously Odyssey got the dub.
"Oh,
That's all that matters.
did you see what Elite Gamer Joey said?"
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
I
Soto,
was trying to get his attention.
That's petty as hell,
Dang.
bro.
Soto, come on.
You're better
That's
than that,
all-
Soto. You're better.
Come
If I
on.
could,
That's
I'm
not
gonna
right.
freaking pin that comment.
What do you mean?
Soto, he
funny.
does. He doesn't follow me, but you know it's fun. You know,
He doesn't follow you either.
we're cool. No,
I mean, he follows me.
But he's popped into my live, so that's why it's weird how he pops into my live.
Me and Gamer follow each other.
I thought you had to follow somebody like to really get notified.
that's not how it works, Soto. Don't do
to get
that.
notified.
You know,
This I don't know
Wow,
which
he
way you're
followed
at,
me?
but
Like, I thought he
that
followed
guy,
me.
that guy.
You're on top. I mean, you're on the bottom.
Well, one of those.
I thought Gamer.
I don't know how this
followed
all
me.
works. Where what box we're in?
Technically, the way it's set up, it's how it is for everybody. Like I'm on top. Soto's on top.
Well, because you're all on the screen, but you know.
Oh, you're individuals. Yeah, my bad.
Well, the way I look at it on your page, Jimmy's on the bottom.
That's how it's set up.
Yeah.
Next time I put Jimmy on top.
No.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
Jimmy's like, nah, keep me on the bottom.
Jimmy's like Dom and Rhea.
I'm gonna
Jimmy's
put
like
Jimmy
Dom.
as the
I'd
He's on
rather
the bottom.
be someone else besides Rhea. Just saying.
Jimmy's on bottom.
Jimmy Willis is his name on TikTok.
What are you talking about?
Gamer Joey's asking.
Jimmy, you got to comment so that way he can get you.
I'm good. That's fine. I was just messing.
Oh,
Here,
man.
I'll find Jimmy for you.
No, don't do it.
But
Nope, too
Hey,
late.
let's get on to the next one.
but
It
throughout
was
the night, we're gonna
okay. Go
obviously
ahead.
talk about this. Throughout the night, we saw vignettes, promos from Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day, I guess, and Rhea. How were they called? Terror Twins or
Terror
something.
Twins.
We saw promos from both. Obviously, we saw the first one from the Terror Twins, talking about
You missed an entire segment.
which one?
You missed the match between Bronson Reed and
We,
The Miz.
I'm talking about throughout the night.
We're throughout the night.
Oh,
Throughout the night,
okay.
we saw vignettes, promos from
That's the
all,
next one.
Got you.
because from what I got after, well, before the Odyssey Jones and New Day versus New Testament or Final Testament, they had a promo from what was it? The Judgment Day. Dama Liv.
Whatever you want to call
challenge, Damian Priest, which ended up being a setup, but we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But what segment are you talking about, Soto? What segment?
Yeah,
He's
next
talking
up
about-
we had The Miz and Big Bronson Reed in a no disqualification match
Which
we
the
saw-
Miz asked for.
where we saw Big Bronson Reed win and ended off with a tsunami.
To be fair,
And then
before you get into that,
Hold on.
Miz held his own in that match.
he did.
He fought with a lot of heart. We obviously knew he wasn't gonna win, but we knew he would put up a fight. Because Miz ain't gonna just go roll over like that. He has to look good, right? But at the end, like you said, he got the tsunami. He got dealt in. And then we're about to see about 7 or 8 of them them things happen to him and after. But what happened, Jimmy?
As Pat McAfee would say, I can't do it as good as him. One big son of a... Braun Strowman came down to the ring, teasing a big bad Bronson Reed and big bad Braun Strowman. One big SOB. Thoughts on that?
I loved it.
I was
a lot
disappointed.
of people in my comments were complaining, like, we've already seen this. Like, who gives a damn? It's better this time because they're actually promoting Bronson Reed as a monster this time.
I was disappointed because all there was a stare down, and I wanted Braun Strowman to come and throw down.
That's the thing. You save it. Why give it for free?
I'm going to make for
Build it up.
sure. I'm going to double check on this.
It's happened
Keep
before,
talking.
But I liked the segment. I had no complaints on it. They did exactly what they should have done. Because, for the past few weeks, Bronson Reed has been taking out smaller guys. So for them to give us a guy that's probably going to be as equally as strong and dominant, it's good. It's good for him because they're doing exactly what they should have done with him months ago. After that banger of a match with Ivar. Got some mosquitoes there, buddy?
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell is that. Well, next up we had the biggest segment that I wanted, which is it was Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. That was a match that I was really looking forward to for Monday Night Raw, but obviously that ended
in a no contest.
In a trap. In a trap for Damian Priest. Yeah.
But
no contest.
Honestly, if they did compete, it would have been like a 2-3 minute match, and then it would have ended the same way anyways. So I think they were just short on time, so they just kind of cut that segment a little shorter. Because I think the plan was to have them at least compete for a little bit, get the ratings up. But then they had other plans. Judgment Day came out. Damian was holding his own for a little while. He held his own for a bit. But obviously the numbers game became too much. Jimmy?
Yeah, commenting on that, just the way it all ended, looked like we're about to see a riptide from Miss Mommy, but that didn't happen because of Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah. Live, live, live. She ruined it. I want to see Dom get his butt kicked a little longer. Actually go through that table. But like you said, Liv came out, hit her with the chair, and I think right when that happened is when everything took a turn for the worse for the Terror Twins.
Oh, the crowd was chanting something, but
What were they chanting? Anybody know?
Soda, you want to do it?
I honestly don't remember.
J, 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 J. Probably other things, but I think I just heard J. They're probably
The
cussing.
what's his favorite word, so to speak?
Yeet,
There you go.
yeet, yeet, yeet. That's Soto's favorite word right there. Yeet.
That's why I said Soto. Do you want to say it?
But
I
yeah,
completely
man.
forgot.
This
Obviously, it didn't
guy.
happen because they have a. That's probably gonna be later down the road if they don't have Jimmy or not Jimmy, but Jay go with the bloodline thing that's going on, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. But I think he can do both. Honestly, he can try to do both.
Could do both. Double duty.
Yeah, it's happened before. I've seen it lots of times. But
Well,
I think they did right with that segment having Rhea and Damon, get beat down, not just be dominant every week against these guys. And especially builds up for the match in Berlin. So I think they did
Mhm.
good with that.
Yeah. Any
So
comments on that, Soto?
nope. I'm ready for the next match, which was a triple threat
What
tag match.
we had the Unholy Union taking on Pure Fusion Collective, taking on Damage Control.
I'm gonna say it. Whoever made that
Um,
name needs to be fired.
that was honestly, you could go eat there in that match. You didn't miss nothing, honestly.
I ain't gonna
I
lie. If
called
I
I
it. They
didn't.
were going to retain.
It was a mess match. Put it that way.
if I had not been on camera, I would have got up and got some food. I would have
Yep.
turned my camera off and went and got some
Didn't
grub.
people ask me, "Oh, what happened?" You didn't miss nothing.
You really did not. I mean, I clipped it, the ending, which even then I was like, dang, that it was all right. The ending was okay, but obviously we knew they probably weren't going to lose yet, and I don't know why that matchup should have been better than what it was, but
Should
I don't
have.
know what it is. I don't know what's missing from that. Like all the women in that match were good. I just don't know what else they need.
I don't even know where to start.
Because what Io's a former women's champion,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of them have competed for the women's championship. So you would think they'd have better segments, better matches, but I just don't think they have that chemistry going for them right now that they could be doing those banger matches.
I mean, Io Sky is a great high flyer, but just don't make
E-
her throw a punch.
Even Kyrie Sane, they're both great high flyers, right? And Shayna and um, Zoe,
Zoe
they're really good grapplers. They're really good technicians. And then of course, who else is
just got
good?
Alba and
Isla Dawn
Ala.
and
Just
Alba Fire. Like
you
they're
got
still
Alba
good.
Fire and Isla Dam. I mean Dawn.
Damn. I mean, let's be real, man. They are really good. I just don't think they have chemistry to be working together like that. Maybe 2-on-2 matches, but not no damn triple threat.
Save it for later and build it
Yeah.
up or some. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, whoever thought of that name,
Yeah, that the name I think just ruined it for everybody. It's like you've hyped this group up with some badass women in there, and you give us that
that's the
name.
name.
Like that's the name you came up with?
For a long time, we were all calling it the stud line.
That's better than what they named it. I mean, honestly, I would rather prefer that. Hashtag stud line. What do you think, Soto? You're just nodding your head over there.
He's gonna say that's not demure of you.
It's not demure of you.
No, I mean I didn't care for the match, so nothing really to say.
They're
Okay.
coming out with a mid card for women's title.
It's working out really good for NXT, so they're like, let's do it for the main roster now. Maybe they'll let Natalia finally win one.
Well, when she comes back.
When she comes back, yeah. But right after that, triple threat match or whatever they called it, we had Jay announce his entry into the matches next week for the IC title.
IC title, yep.
And that's probably why we didn't see him come out. Plus, it didn't really make sense yet for him to come out during the beatdown or the yeet down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be dope. And another segment we saw right after Jay's segment was Pat McAfee's little vignette. He's leaving to go do college football. So we won't see him until January. Is that what they said?
I didn't get a full take. Probably.
Said that they said that he would be back for Netflix, so that's gonna be January.
So he'll probably be back for the first episode, which would be a big moment. I guess people will be happy to see him back, and I can see them saving him for that. But then after that, what matchup did we get, Jimmy?
We had the main event. It was Mr. RKO, Randy Orton, taking on Ludwig Kaiser.
You don't sound like Samantha. Don't do that.
Damn.
Damn.
No. Damn.
Not demure of you.
Oh, okay.
How do you say it, Soto? How do you say it?
Demure.
Demure. This fool has been texting me them damn clips of demure all week, and I'm like, bro.
I've seen it. I'm like, how does he not know what it means? But okay, no comment.
I still don't know what it means.
So many people liked that video that I posted from the clip from the podcast. I was very surprised.
No comment, WTP. No comment.
Oh, I know Jimmy liked it. I was like, dang, even Jimmy turned his back on me with demure. I was like, man, y'all just making up shit now. It's after dark, right? We can say stuff now.
20 more minutes it will be.
Well, anyways. But yeah, that matchup was good. And of course, Randy came out on top. And then Gunther came out after.
Yeah, with them ending the credits, but
Hey, man, they actually got physical, which is what they needed. I mean, what do you think of that matchup next week in Berlin?
Between him and Gunther?
Mm-hmm.
As somebody would say, now that is going to be a banger of a match. Because this will be from the King of the Ring finals, because we all know his shoulders were not down on the mat, but that's a different discussion. I'm ready to see it. We all know who's going to win, though, but it's going to be one hell of a match, though.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to be a banger of a match. We saw them last time they had a banger of a match. It ended with controversy, just like you said, but I think this time around, it's going to be exactly what we want to see. Soto?
I think Gunther's going to retain the title. I feel like that's a given.
Yeah, but does he get it the same way he did at King of the Ring, or actually all shoulders down?
Well, we know King of the Ring was a botch, so it's gonna happen the right way. They need to keep Gunther's image up.
You know what we need to see? We need to see if it was the same damn ref that messed up at the cash in at Money in the Bank.
Oh man,
because shoulders down, messed up 3 count. I mean, I think we need to go back and see if that referee needs to get his eyes checked. Could be the same guy. I'm thinking. If someone wants to fact check me, I know Soda likes to fact check.
Not for
He's
this
on.
one.
He's probably already on top of it.
He's probably like looking on his phone. Like, oh yeah,
Sorry.
you're right. You're wrong. You're completely wrong, WTP.
You're wrong.
You know you're wrong, douchebag. Just kidding. But
You just have to know your wrestling.
huh?
Uh-oh.
I
What did
said
he
you
say?
just have to know your wrestling.
I feel like that's a nod.
Oh man, is that we're taking shots now? All I gotta say about that shit.
Dang.
Anyways, moving on from the insults, asshole. Anyways, NXT happened tonight. Jimmy, we both watched. We were
Yes,
both
we did.
live.
Yeah.
We were live. What did you think of NXT? We won't get into too many details because a lot of people don't watch NXT. We'll just go over some of the bigger highlights.
Not a lot. Out of a 10,
I give it about an 8.
yeah, that's about 7.8.
The beginning matchup, the tag team matchup with Axiom and Frazier versus Chase U, 2 members of that. It was good. That match was really good tonight. Like I don't have any complaints on it.
Nope, no
Obviously,
complaint.
Axiom and Frazier won, so that means they could be getting a title shot very soon.
Mm-hmm.
But did they announce that they are getting a title shot before the show ended?
They are. They did. They
Next
are
week at No
getting a
Mercy,
shot.
right?
Yep.
Nice. Which
Nice.
they should. They should get that title rematch.
Yeah,
And then, of
rematch.
course, what other matchup took your
So
attention?
after that, well, I'm just going to go down the line of how it went.
Okay.
After that, it was Lola Vice taking on Miss Wendy Chu.
I'm not gonna lie here. I was shocked Wendy Chu picked up the dub.
I wasn't.
I mean, I kind of was, obviously
Whoa.
because Lola. But
Go ahead, and I got something to say when you're ready.
I'm gonna let you say it now.
All right. So ever since, if you haven't noticed this, I'm gonna teach you something actually right now. Actually, believe it or not.
Wow.
Very shocking. I know.
Soda just missed that.
Soda is about to miss it, but it's
Oh,
fine.
there he goes.
So ever since Wendy Chu has come back, taking on this whole dark persona, up until tonight, even after that win, she has not lost yet. She is
I did
undefeated
not
with
know
her
that.
whole dark persona.
I did not know that. Did they say that tonight on NXT?
No, you gotta
Okay.
watch NXT and you'll know.
He's got to know his wrestling.
He's got
Bro,
it.
if you keep saying that, I'm gonna mute your ass.
Damn, that's not cool. No, but when she re-debuted her dark gimmick, not a single loss yet.
Hmm.
And
That's
that's
very.
when I was going into this match. I'm like, okay, she's still undefeated. Will she lose against Lola? Because I seen a different Lola from tonight and where she faced Roxanne.
I will give you that one. She's not the same. She came out covered up. I'm just kidding. No,
It's not even
but
that.
I
Just
can
a
I can
different
get what you're
Lola.
saying there. I could definitely see the difference. She kind of showed some kindness when Kalani Jordan went down.
Well, if you looked at it, Miss Lani was going for Wendy Chu, but
Yeah.
sure enough, Lola hit her, and then she hit her with the sleeping bag. Got the 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Lo and behold, after that, Lonnie hit her with the sleeping bag. Wendy was on the ground. Sure enough, takes out the title from the sleeping bag.
oh yeah. So yeah, now we got Wendy Chu versus Kalani, right?
At No
No
Mercy.
Mercy. And then the next matchup was
Man,
the
I still don't
Gauntlet
know about
match,
that
was not?
one. So, yeah, the next match was the NXT Women's Championship 6-woman gauntlet match. It was Ren Sinclair, Sol Rucka, Adriana Rizzo, Kendall Gray, Carmen Petrovic, and Jada Parker.
Who got replaced? Because at the beginning of the show, someone got attacked.
Carmen.
Carmen. And she got replaced with who?
Brindley Reese.
Burnley.
You got to know your wrestling, you know.
Damn, you guys. I can't. You know how many people? Do you know how many blondes were in that match? I can't remember all the blondes.
Hope I don't get muted again.
I'm gonna mute his ass right now.
Damn, that's not
Mute
cool.
Jimmy's ass. But anyways, no, that was actually a
Sure.
pretty good matchup.
I literally called it from the start. It will be coming down to Sol Rucka and Jada Parker when NXT first started. And sure enough, look what happened.
Didn't we both say it was gonna be either Sol Ruka or Miss Parker?
Yeah, pretty sure we did.
Talked on the phone about that, and we were like, "You were like Miss Parker."
So you can vouch. You can vouch for me. I literally called it down between those two.
We did. Because I was like, okay, Sol Ruka can't go into this and not get to the last two, and then of course Miss Parker, obviously a fan favorite right now in NXT. So that matchup could have gone either way with them two. I think they could have, either person would have won, and I think people would have loved it either way.
Mm-hmm.
So right call, but it looked like she hurt herself. I don't know.
Who?
Miss Parker.
Miss Parker?
Yeah. Looked like she hurt her shoulder or something, but it could have been just like a bad bump or something. She bounced back and finished.
I didn't see it.
She was holding like her shoulder or her ribs or whatever. One of the two.
Yeah. She's tough. She's tough.
Yep. But then what matchup?
That was a good match. Love that one.
So
the next match after that, it was Tenacious D, Hank and Tank taking on the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Is that what they're called, Tenacious D?
Or is that your nickname? That's what I call them. It's Hank and Tank, but I call them Tenacious D.
When they came out, you're gonna laugh.
Oh boy!
They reminded me of Public Enemy.
Oh.
And then seeing the OC in there, I was like, man, we're gonna get shades of APA versus Public Enemy. Are they gonna just snap and just beat the living hell out of these guys? If you know, you know. If you don't, go look it up. Acolytes versus Public Enemy. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I still say Tenacious D is a lot better.
They look like Public Enemy. If you know, you know. The jerseys, the shorts.
No comment.
They had the hair with the ponytail and the fade going on. So, But yeah, that matchup, I ain't gonna lie, that was a sleeper. I really did not pay attention too much in that matchup.
Wasn't too bad.
I mean, I really didn't care for it, so I didn't really watch that one. I did,
but we did see Hank and Tank win, though.
They did. Somebody was making fun of the OC. I didn't even know they were still employed.
Dang.
I was like, dang, shots at them. Okay. But
dang.
we did see the next segment, which I was actually glad to see.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Our next match was a singles match. It was Dion Lennox taking on Ashanti the Adonis. Oh.
The segment for that
I thought you were talking about the match. Go ahead.
With Dempsey, talking about he'll take on anybody and everybody. And then, of course, old girl said he'll take on anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. And then who did we see? We saw Mr. Obafemi come out. I'm like, oh, crap. Talking about he'll take on anybody, everybody, main roster, champions, cup winners. He's like, I'll take them all on. But then we saw
and then Don. Who do we get?
The Don. Like, what did you think of that? Are you excited for that right there, or what's up?
That's gonna be a good match at No Mercy.
It's gonna be a banger, man. Like them two big guys. Like it's not very often you see a guy stand face to face with.
If you watch the match between Obafemi and Duke Hudson, and that match was good.
You remember that triple threat at Stand and Deliver? Dijak, Oba, and I can't remember. That was a freaking banger of a match. That triple threat. Go look it up.
Well, I'm talking about the NXT match between Duke Hudson and Obafemi for the title. That was a good match.
I think Duke Hudson was in that triple threat. If I remember correctly.
No, he faced Ubu by himself on NXT for the championship one night.
Well, Oba has a lot of banger matches, so could have been any one of those. But we know D'Angelo is going to hold his own against Oba, and it's going to be a banger. Can't wait. But then we got
that's going to be a good one.
The next matchup you were talking about, Nerdy Dude. Dion, is that his name?
Because all the ladies love guys with glasses. Dion Lennox taking on Ashanti the Adonis. Thoughts on that one?
Good match. Good match. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a good match.
Old boy got bitch slapped for a minute in that match too.
I was hoping Dion would win that match because what he did during that match was pretty something.
I mean, the future's bright for that guy. If he does matches like that times 10, it got a bright future for sure.
But of course, Ashanti won it with good old Sweet Chin music, but it's called something else.
Yeah, I didn't catch the name of it either. But it was a good match. Obviously, they couldn't have the new guy get over on somebody that's been there for a while. But it was a good
Never
match.
know.
Could be a big upset next time. But I know Soto's going to wake up for this one.
It's the match we've been waiting for all night. Soto's going to wake up. It was a number one contenders NXT Championship. Later in the match, it was Wesley taking on Pete Dunne, taking on Joe Hendry. Thoughts on that one?
Soto doesn't believe.
He don't believe.
I mean, we all knew that it was coming because they were going to set up Joe Hendry for the PLE. So it was a given. No matter how they set it up, obviously they tried to show that Joe Hendry wasn't going to lose. I mean, he was going to lose, right? Because they had Ethan Page jumping in, trying to get him to lose. And then we saw Trick Williams jump in and help out Joe Hendry. And we saw another referee jump in, and Joe Hendry won. So we're going to see Joe Hendry go for that NXT title at No Mercy.
Oh, yeah, I think they booked that perfect. Well, I wasn't expecting Ethan Page to get involved. I thought he was just going to sit there and let them fight.
I don't even watch NXT, and I knew Ethan Page was going to get involved.
Actually, no one thought he would. They thought old boy that came after.
I knew he was going to get involved.
I didn't think so. I thought I thought the guy that came after the match was going to get involved to cost Wesley the match.
If you're talking about Zachary, I thought he was going to be during the match.
I did too. That's why I thought it'd be him, and then Pete Dunne and Joe Hendry would finish the match. But I didn't.
But that'll set up Wesley and Zach at No Mercy because obviously No Mercy between those two, so it fits.
Oh yeah, but either way, that matchup tonight was pretty good. Pete Dunne did great. Wesley, great. He made some weird screamish noises.
That's his thing. Very interesting to see where we'll probably have another match between Pete Dunne and Trick at No Mercy as well. We'll see what happens.
Oh, but man, it's only been a few days and lots happening in wrestling.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, don't forget, there's another wrestling show.
AEW?
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we got TNA.
We got TNA.
And then Friday, we got SmackDown and
and AEW.
Rampage. And then Saturday, we got Collision. And then next week, we got wrestling every freaking day.
We got our PLE next weekend. It's going to be great.
2 PLEs.
We got 2. We got Bash in Berlin and we got NXT No Mercy. Which one we want to talk about first?
It's going to be super early. Sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week because the card, we needed to build up after this coming
we gotta see
Friday and Monday.
We got to see this last
as of right now, there is 4 matches confirmed for both PLEs.
Oh, yeah. They still got more because we have more matches.
Still got more, though.
We got matches for Raw already. We haven't even seen SmackDown this week yet, so it's going to be a big 2 weeks of wrestling for sure. Can't wait to see what they do, for sure.
Are you and Jimmy doing anything on Thursday?
I will be at work Yeah, I believe until close. So that's how I was telling everybody. I'm kind of glad you chose to do it today.
It
have the
just so
kids
happened to
to-
work out that way.
I have the kids tomorrow, so I'll
He's
be
got kids,
done.
man.
I got my kids.
That's always every Wednesday. I'm not surprised. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
but
Thursday.
they're in school now, so I gotta wake up extra early to take them, then go to work, then come home and jump on the podcast with you guys. So this week it worked out better. I could sleep in tomorrow and get some rest, and then just come home Thursday and go to sleep. But
This guy.
me and Jimmy been doing some stuff after TNA lately.
That's cool.
Sometimes after NXT. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
do something after TNA, Jimmy. Who knows?
Oh,
Soto will be at pool, I think.
No, there's no pool this week.
Uh,
I'm gonna be at a baseball game.
Oh,
yeah,
the game
eating
you
the
told
good
me about?
food.
What?
You going to that baseball game you told us about?
Yeah, going to the Padres game.
Yeah. Nobody cares about the Padres.
Yeah,
Texas Rangers over here, buddy.
I'm gonna go have a good time.
damn.
It's always a good time. But all right, so make sure everyone
No,
in the comments follow the guy down here, Mr. Jimmy Willis, and the other guy right here, Mr. Soto619. Follow my two co-hosts, really great guys. They go live Mondays and Fridays. Jimmy goes live Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. I myself go live
Sometimes.
Monday, sometimes Tuesday and Thursdays. Every now and then it's very rare if you catch me on a Friday night. But usually we do this show on Thursdays. So, yeah. Make sure you're following us here on TikTok. We do have a YouTube channel. So, Soto619 versus WTP with our good friend Jimmy Willis. And then, of course, Instagrams, all of that. We got everything. You can find us. Just look for the logos in the corners you see. It's hard to miss those logos. Anything else, guys? Y'all got anything else to add?
Nope.
No.
Just
Not for
know
the
your
moment.
wrestling more, WTP.
Wow.
Looks like WTP has some homework to do.
Nah. I mean, think for future reference, I might be doing shows alone.
You already do that when you're at work.
Damn.
Shows alone? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're alone when you go live at work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else am I going to do? Just sit there? Read
I
my
mean-
Bible?
Yeah, you
I
gotta
need
you
Jesus,
gotta do your
that's
other
what y'all-
page.
Get in the wood.
Get into the word. I actually have not been focused on the other page, but I do need to focus on that. But all right, guys. Jimmy doesn't have nothing. The man of many words.
I talked a lot.
You
He did, surprisingly. He talked way more than when we had our guest. So props to Jimmy.
Props to
Damn.
Jimmy. Talked more than Soto this time, for sure.
It's all good.
Mr.
I talked a
Dang.
lot at the beginning.
Mr. Tune It Out at the end.
I don't really watch NXT, so didn't really have much to say.
Still wrestling. Still
Dang.
wrestling.
Still wrestling.
And I barely know anybody you guys talked about, so I didn't have much to say.
Man, you'd be surprised.
He don't know. He's got to get on the NXT train.
He needs to get on there.
Yeah.
That's where we all enjoy our viewing. That's all I gotta say.
The cameraman practice in NXT. That's all I'm gonna say.
Miss Pac,
If you
Miss
know,
Pac,
you know. Miss Vice.
Miss Vice, Miss Vice.
Miss
Even
Vice
Miss
with the
Wendy,
spice.
Miss Wendy.
Man, you gonna make us get kicked off. But all right, guys, that's it for today. We will be live. They will be live this Friday. Can I say that?
I won't.
Jimmy will not.
I will.
Soto will be live this Friday night for SmackDown. You can catch him on TikTok. Just follow him right there, Soto619. I'm just gonna block out that logo. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just follow him, and then you can catch myself on Monday night, probably Tuesday, and then of course we will all be live next weekend for the PLEs.
Cool.
I won't be there.
Thank you guys.
What?
That's
I
crazy.
told you I got a concert.
I did
Where are you
not know
going?
about-
I'm gonna go to a concert.
Luke Combs,
No.
Post
Taylor
Malone,
Swift?
Yeah, I'm going to Tay Tay. No, I'm not going to
Tay
Tay
Tay.
Tay.
Tay
Post
Tay,
Malone?
nice.
No.
no,
I'm going to go see some Skillet.
Nice.
nice.
Noise.
I haven't heard Skillet in a while. Nice. And then you're going to a baseball game tomorrow. Thursday, I mean.
Thursday.
I need to go find something to do this week.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
For copyright
Oh yeah,
reasons,
work on your double wide. Work on that double wide.
Gotta mute him. He's gonna get us kicked off with that copyright strike. He's muted. Okay, you're unmuted.
Dang. He's gonna play a good song.
We're still on YouTube, fool.
Technically, TikTok.
All three.
Oh. Superhuman. I'm awake. I'm alive.
Dang, this guy's just playing the music like crazy.
I know the songs, so you know.
Me too.
Hey, there's an old Raw song, just in case y'all didn't know.
Oh yeah. Well, all right, guys. We'll be
This one's a good song
later
too.
on. We'll be chit chatting some more throughout the week, getting some more material going. But we will be back on our normal day next week. Is that right, Soto? He's not talking.
He's not talking.
Yeah, I said we should be.
The man of many words.
The man of
Mr.
few words
Soto
today.
619.
Can you not hear me? I said we should be. He probably muted me again.
Nah, dude.
Dang.
You weren't muted
Dang.
that time. You've been
I
unmuted.
kept saying over and over we should be.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Jimmy Willis will be joining us, maybe, possibly.
I don't know.
The man of many words is the man of many plans.